ZIMSEC is just around the corner. And you're like asking yourself, what should I be doing? How am I supposed to be reading so that I can get the best possible results? Well, let me tell you something. I have five of the best tips and tricks you can do to actually achieve those results. And you might be wondering, what the hell is this guy to tell me that these are the best tricks? Well, 3 years ago, I sat in that hole writing my final exam, my ZIMSEC exam, and nobody believed that I could score the best possible results. And I actually scored 20 points, marking me as one of the best at my school. I was doing mathematics, computer science, physics, and statistics. So I pretty much know my stuff. So this has been one of the most requested videos on my TikTok channel, which you can grab the link in the description and go check it out. But people have been asking me, where's the full video? Where's the full video? So I had to make a full video. So please like, please comment, please subscribe, and share more videos which you want to see on my page. But these tips are for what worked for me when I was in A-level writing ZIMSEC. So the first tip I would tell you is your mindset. And I know you'll be wondering, what? What do you mean by your mindset? Well, a wise man once said, the frequency we emit to the world is the frequency that built the world we live in. What this means is this is the law of attraction, whereby our mindset shapes what we actually do. If you go into an exam thinking that I am going to fail, you are most probably going to fail because you're sending a frequency that you are not good at this exam. So you're going to increase feelings of failure, panic, and you're going to fail. So before anything else, clear that mindset. Positive thinking. Think about how you're going to pass, how the topics are easy for you, and they will be easy for you. So before doing anything, before reading, before writing, clear that mindset. Tell yourself you're the best. Tell yourself that you can achieve this. If others were able to accomplish 20 points, what will set me back? Why wouldn't I achieve the same great heights that they actually did? Tip number 2 is, come here, cheat. That sounds funny, right? No, what I actually mean is the cheat sheet. People underestimate how this thing can actually work. The cheat sheet is like paper. You take a bond paper, you fold it into two. You can use any other paper, even papers in your book, and then you fold it like this. So whenever you're reading, write everything. And I mean everything that you feel like this could be an exam question. Most probably could be an exam question. I'm talking about those things where you'll be like, this is the definition of. ZIMSEC loves definitions. So that could be an exam question. So you write your definition, you write your examples, you write your importance, you write your disadvantages, your advantages, everything. So when the exam comes, you don't necessarily need to read the whole book. You just read your papers, which is easier and convenient, and it will be in your own words and your own writing. So you understand them better. So use the cheat sheet. Tip number 3 is use the damn question papers. You are literally given a library of questions, which are your green books, your past exam papers. Use them. ZIMSEC has got to be one of, actually, I'm not going to even say ZIMSEC. I'm going to say most examination boards are really lazy at setting new questions. So just use those books, those question papers, because most probably they're going to change the numbers, but the concept is going to remain the same. They're just going to test you like the on the same concepts, the same questions, but different numbers. So If you are able to answer 3 or 5, let's say 5 exam papers, you are most probably going to pass that exam. So use past exam papers. They really do work. So if you can find them, I think I'm going to leave a link in the bio where you can find past exam papers and green books. Fourth tip, fourth tip, fourth tip. By the way, I am a computer science student at the University of Zimbabwe. So this is really important to me because here at university, you get to have many books, many lecture slides, and a various number of sources. So we have to summarize stuff and you have to do a lot of work. So what makes it easier for us is use of AI. So use artificial intelligence. The reason we introduced a pen was because we wanted to make things easier, right? The reason we introduced the laptop, we wanted to phase out writing because we wanted to make things easier. The reason we introduced AI was to make things easier. So use it. But most people know that there is AI, but most of us don't know how to use AI. So this is how you use AI. You have your textbooks, you have your lecture slides, you have those diagrams that your teacher gives you. Go on to ChatGPT or Cloud or Gemini. I mostly use Gemini because it's just convenient for me since it can automatically search the web and stuff, so it can give you various sources. What I do is I put my lecture slides. After putting their lecture slides, so it's smarter. I'm going to just give you a prompt and then I'm going to put a much smarter prompt in the description, which you can just copy and paste. So it's for an AI to work, it is best. You have to give it a row, a go, and what is actually happening and what to avoid. So you're going to write this. You are the best analyst and ZIMSEC teacher. You know what exactly comes and what examiners want when they are marking or setting question exam questions. I want you to analyze these set of notes in past exam papers and explain as if I am 5 years old. Make sure that you do not move to a next concept before I know or understand. I am an A-level student studying this, and this. And then you press enter. You're going to be given something wonderful. You're going to be given summarized notes, detailed explanations, given examples which you can understand. So this is going to be easier. For me, I wish that O level came when I had AI because O level was hard. But I'm going to do a specific video for O level students. So if you want that video for O level student, how to pass O level, just comment in the comment section below. Moving on, we're going to be moving on to the one of the best tricks and tips you can ever find. And this is proven by a famous physicist called Richard Feynman. It's called the Feynman technique. What happens in the Feynman technique is that if you can't teach it, you probably don't understand it. So teach it back. Teach it. What this means is that when you read a concept, when you read, let's say you're reading on osmosis or you're reading on, let's say computer science, you're reading on OS model or a TCP link, if you're not able to explain that to a person who does not know computer science and he understands it, then you don't know it yet. If you're still using computer science jargons and you're not able to clearly articulate that topic, you probably don't understand it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 hours of fully concentrating on your topic and reading through, practicing exam question papers and stuff. And then after doing that, you're going to either find a neighbor or your roommate or your classmate or even an empty classroom. Let me tell you a fun fact, a fun wara wara. When I was in high school, I was very uncomfortable with people, especially when I was reading because I was a loud reader. So what I would do, I would go to an empty lecture room. And then after reading, I would teach empty chairs, empty desks. And before, if I could not teach those empty desks, I would go back and read again until I could able to understand, to teach those empty chairs without using computer jargons and stuff, clearly articulating what I mean. Then I'll know that I understand this topic and then move on. Exactly. So I'm going to give you bonus exam tips. Yeah. Bonus exam tips. Forgive me if I'm a bit of crazy person. But in the exam, this is the gameplay. Or in the quote, we are here to school. What do? Do not panic. Most of us, we tend to forget what we read, what we practiced, and what we know because we panic. And that's a truth that happened to me even in varsity. I panicked and I forgot. I started to write an hour after my exam had started just because I had panicked and I'd forgotten everything. So do not panic. As I was saying before, your mindset matters. Tell yourself you're great. Tell yourself you're amazing. Tell yourself that you could ace this exam with your eyes closed. And then relax and write. Just start. Just start, and everything will be okay. Then do not rush through the exam. I know most of us, we want to be as quick as possible so that we can leave. But do not rush. Take your time. Be time mindful, but yes, take your time. It's your 2 hours to do whatever you want. Go with the flow. Go with it. Do not panic. Do not rush through. Take your time. Assign each question its own time, and then move at your own pace. But make sure that you are time conscious because these exams are timed. The second from last is the second from last. Write everything you know. Those special equations that are in your mind that you know you're going to most probably forget. Write it down just before you start the exam. Go to the end of the exam paper and then write everything down. You are allowed to do that so that you do not forget. Because I know most of us, we cram some questions, which is not bad. But if we're not able to record them in the exam, it's better that when you enter the exam, that's the first thing you write. All the things, just dump them on the paper. Then lastly, this is a special one. Yes, I mean, this is a special one. Pray. Pray. Because there is no way you're going to achieve 20 points without prayer, without God. Pray. Pray. I don't even need to explain further. Pray. Pray. Anyways, so I've decided that I'm going to be posting more of these. How I passed, how I study, how I enjoy high school. How I enjoyed high school, my past exam, past high school stories, and all that. So if you are interested on this, click that follow button. What a follow button. Click that subscribe button, click that like button, and comment what you want me to post next. I'm going to be posting even my life here in varsity. I'm going to teach you how I go about in my day-to-day life as a computer science student to use it. Because and it's very interesting to all of you guys how a person can be at a university, especially the university, which is University of Zimbabwe. So see you on the next one, guys.